So here I am going to take some important concept in distance and displacement. So what is exactly distance? It is the length of actual path traveled by an object. Okay, so length of actual path traveled by an object is called distance traveled by an object. Okay, from this example, suppose an object that moves from A to B through different path. Okay, so this is the path 1, path 2 and path 3. So the length of actual path, just to measure the length of this path by using a scale. Okay, so by using a measuring scale, just to measure the length of this path, that is the distance. Suppose this is 10 centimeter, so the 10 centimeter is the distance. Suppose we consider this path from A to B, so this is suppose 4 centimeter, this is the distance. Suppose you measure the length of this path, suppose that is 14 centimeter, that's the distance. So here 10 centimeter, 4 centimeter and 14 centimeter are the distances. Okay, so distance it is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means it obeys ordinary algebra. So how to find the total distance? Just simply add all these distances. Suppose an object moves from A to B, suppose 10 meter, then it returns back to A, again 10 meter. Total distance is equal to, just you use ordinary mathematics, the total distance is equal to 10 plus 10 is equal to 20 meters distance. So that's the path length. No need of another type of mathematics. Just simply add 10 plus 10, 20 meter. So consider another example. Suppose an object projected vertically upwards and it returns back to the ground. So maximum height attained by the body, suppose 20 meter. What is the distance traveled? Just path length. Okay, you consider the path length. Here it is 20 meter. Path length is the distance. Just add simply without sign. It is a scalar quantity. Distance obeys ordinary algebra. 20 plus 20 it is equal to 40. That is the distance. Okay, so the length of actual path traveled by an object is called a distance. Then how to find displacement? So displacement it is the directional distance between initial and final positions of an object. Okay, displacement is the directional distance between initial and final positions of an object. To find the displacement, we need two positions, initial position and final position. Suppose in the above example, A, B. Okay, so these are the different paths. So this is the initial position. This is the final position. So displacement is the directional distance between initial and final positions of an object. So this is initial position, this is final position. This is the directional distance, or it is the shortest distance between these two positions. So you consider a straight line from A to B. So this line, the length of this line indicates the magnitude of the displacement. Suppose this length is equal to 4 centimeter. So the magnitude of displacement is equal to 4 centimeter. And it is directed from A to B. So the direction of displacement that is from A to B. So this displacement has both the magnitude and direction. Hence it is a vector quantity. Displacement is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Vector quantity means it has both the magnitude and direction. So here the displacement is directed from A to B. It is a displacement. So to find the displacement, we need two positions: initial position, final position. Draw a straight line from initial to final, then measure the length of the line. Suppose CD, initially this is initial point, this is the final point. How to find the displacement? From C to D is a displacement. So also distance is also C to D. Okay, so CD it is the path length, C to D the displacement is directed from C to D. So both are same. Here the length of the path is 10 centimeter. What is the distance? Path length is the distance. Path length is equal to 10 centimeter. Displacement is also what? 10 centimeter. It is directed from C to D. That is the displacement. So, another example. An object projected vertically upward and returns back to the same point of projection. How to find the distance and displacement? Suppose this is 10. This is 10. Just the path length. 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. 20 meter is the distance. Distance is the 20 meter. How to find the displacement? This is the initial position. This is the final position. Body occupies the same position after covering some distance. So displacement is a vector quantity. We have to consider the direction. Okay, so direction. This is origin. This is the positive direction of y-axis. This is the negative direction of y-axis. Here, this is positive direction of y-axis, that is 10. This is negative direction of y-axis, that is minus 10. So, the displacement is equal to 0. So, displacement not is equal to 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. Distance is equal to 20. So, distance is a scalar quantity. It obeys ordinary algebra. Okay, just add 10 plus 10, 20. But displacement is a vector quantity. It obeys a special type of mathematics known as vector algebra. That is why net displacement here it is equal to 10 minus 10 equal to 0. So, while considering the displacement, we use another type of mathematics that is known as vector mathematics. Okay. One another example, suppose in case of a circle, okay, object moves from A to B, object moves from A to B, how to find the distance and the displacement. Okay. So, distance, this arc length is distance, length of this arc is the distance. How to find the displacement? We need an initial position and a final position. This is the initial position, this is the initial position, this is the final position. Draw a straight line from initial to final, this is initial to final, and measure the length of this line. Okay, this length represents the magnitude of the displacement. Okay, suppose the body returns back to the same position A, returns back same position A. Okay, so what is the total distance? The circumference of the circle is the total distance. Displacement is equal to 0 because body returns back to this initial position. So, displacement is equal to 0. Okay, thank you.